Right, so recently this big wooden chest found its way into my workshop, and by found its way into my workshop I mean somebody gave it to me with the idea that I can maybe fix it up or restore it, but I decided not to for two reasons. One, I don't really think it's worth restoring, and two, I don't really have a need for a big wooden chest. But I also don't want to get rid of it entirely, so I decided to take it apart, cut off all the broken and worn bits, plane down the planks, and whatever is left can be used to make something else. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say this chest was probably used as a toolbox or something along those lines, because there is a little bit of a rust residue on the inside of the chest. Now, I haven't really decided what I want to make yet, because I first need to determine how much wood, if any, is salvageable. If I wanted to salvage the chest, well, the only way I could realistically do that is if I took it apart, cut off the damaged areas, planed it down and reassembled a smaller version of the chest. It looks like two, possibly three different species of wood was used to make this chest, and using my extremely limited knowledge on the subject and the wood species used, I would say that the chest is possibly between 60 to 70 years old. The wood salvaged from the chest definitely seems usable, but would be difficult to commit to one single project because of the erratic sizes of all the components. So I decided to just shoot from the hip and start knocking out home decor type projects until I run out of material. So I'm jumping right in with the first project, which is going to be a key storage box that I can mount against my wall, and it will have a door to conceal what's stored inside. The door will be decorative and will be in the form of a frame, a picture frame. And picture frames are actually great projects when there is limited material available or salvaged material or even offcuts, because it doesn't require a crazy amount of wood. Now, I am definitely not an expert when it comes to making frames or cutting miters, but there is one thing I've learned, and that is to ensure that corresponding edges or sides are identical in length, because I can set up my machine perfectly to cut a perfect 45-degree miter, but if my corresponding sides aren't identical in length, I won't get flush sitting joints. So that's pretty much the wooden component of the frame. Obviously I need to add the glass, the picture and the backing still, but for now I'm going to set it aside to give the glue a moment to cure while I go on to the next part of this particular project, which is an enclosure or a box. Now you guys are going to have to bear with me here, because a lot of the design work is happening very much on the fly, because I'm working with what is available, so I couldn't really plan too much in advance. I'm assembling the key box using dowels, and to properly align the pieces or the dowel holes, I'm using dowel hole center finders. At this stage, it is important to note that to make these projects, I didn't have to have an old wooden chest laying around that I could salvage. I could use any material that is laying around that would suit the projects or work to make the projects. I will be adding plans for all the projects I'm building in this video to my plans website, and I will link it down below if you are interested. I will compile all the projects together in one bundle, but I will also have individual plans for some of the projects. If you're interested or you're looking for that information or you want to support the channel, as I said, the link is in the description of this video. So that's the first project down, and I still have a lot of material, so I'm going to jump right in with another one. Okay, so a lot of these pieces show wear and tear or damage, which make them unusable. So I need to cut it off so I can salvage the usable pieces for the projects. For the next project, I want to explore an alternative, easy to make picture frame, one that doesn't require complicated joining methods or miters, one that can be slapped together in no time at all and still looks great. Okay, so next up I'm going to use these two pieces to make a simple entryway shelf with a couple of hooks for hanging coats or handbags or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to use these two pieces because I quite like the look of the grain. There is a bit of damage, but I'm going to try and hide that. Okay, so that is the small entryway shelf. This is just a place for my wife to hang a handbag or for me to hang my coat. The next project is one I've been meaning to do for some time. It is quick, easy, and it doesn't require a lot of material. It is a desktop stand for my headset. And that's the headset stand. Quick and easy, and it can be made using, well, even offcuts. Okay, so I'm finally starting to get to the back end of the salvaged material from the old wooden chest, and the projects that I've already built have generated a few offcuts. The thing about reclaimed wood offcuts is they are all different thicknesses and sizes, so I had to plane them to the same thickness and rip them to the same width before I was able to start sizing them up for the project. So for my next project, I want to see if I can use these offcuts to make something useful and decorative for the home. And I'm thinking of a small wooden crate or a small wooden box that I can use to put a pot plant inside and make it look a bit nicer. But obviously the use of this box is not limited to that. It can be used to accommodate whatever you would like to put inside it, if it would fit. The project is obviously also scalable, so it can be made at any size requirement or at any size that is required. Having the brad nails exposed or, well, visible is probably less than ideal for some, and a darker wood treatment will help conceal this or hide the nails. But the theme of these projects, or for these projects, is rustic, so I decided to leave them in place. I really am just having fun with these projects. The chest is possibly 60 to 70 years old and I didn't want to waste the wood. That's the beauty of wood. It can be recycled, reclaimed and reused. Alright, so at this stage I'm starting to run a little bit low on creativity and I still have some material left. So for the last few projects I'm going to firstly make a second variant of the little box. I can use this on my desk, I can use this for small change, but I actually have an idea what I want to do with it and I'm going to demonstrate that once the box is assembled. Into this little box, I'm going to add a 3D printed lining, a waterproof lining essentially, which will allow me to plant a plant in it, and I can, use it on my desk. It doesn't have to be a 3D printed insert. I can buy an insert and build the box to suit. With the wood that's left, there really isn't a lot I can do because it's very mismatched, so I decided to slap together a couple more picture frames because they don't require a crazy amount of material. I'm using brad nails to assemble these frames or to secure the corners, and I'm doing this because I don't have any dedicated equipment for assembling or making frames, and also the material is a little bit too thin for things like pocket holes or maybe even dowels. And that is pretty much it. I took an old wooden chest that I had no use for and repurposed it. I changed it or turned it into a whole bunch of projects that I used around my house or can use around my house to brighten it up, but as I said, it also has a degree of functionality. And after making all of these projects, there was still wood or material left. And that is pretty much it for today's video. As usual, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is obviously not the type of video I normally do, so let me know in the comment section down below if you guys enjoyed it and if you would like to see more videos like this. Then if you would like to support the channel, you can check out the Woodshop Junkies merch storefront, which will also be linked in the description of this video. For now, however, as always, thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Cheers.